So we have some more clarity on this man, Jasson Dominguez, the Martian, the Yankees' #1 prospect. Okay, and there was a lot of different stuff coming out from beat writers, content creators, whoever else, reporters, and everybody was giving their either opinions or theories on why the Yankees didn't call up Jasson Dominguez and so on and so forth. Okay, and there was a lot of views floating around, but there's some stuff that came out a little bit ago. Okay, and I'm just going to read it from me. After some confusion over whether Dominguez would be eligible for a prospect promotion incentive draft pick if he were to win Rookie of the Year in 2025, it turns out he would not qualify because he's already amassed over 60 days of MLB service time. Okay, and the reason why, I'm going to continue to read this, had they, here you go, the only service time benefit for the Yankees would get by having Dominguez remain in the minor leagues is to keeping him out of the Super 2 designation, which allows a select group of players to become eligible for a 4th year of arbitration. That would be a stretch if it were a consideration for the Yankees. Dominguez would retain rookie status for 2025 if he were to finish 2024 with under 45 days on the active roster. He's got 31 right now, which actually, yeah. And under 130 at bats, he has 35. Staying under both thresholds would make him eligible for the Rookie of the Year. There's no tangible benefit for the Yankees if he were to win it, other than the status symbol for the organization. Right? Had the Yankees did not take Dominguez off the MLB injured list until June. So had they taken him off before, he might not have. This might not be a thing, and he would have been eligible for a draft pick. So we knew yesterday is new today. What I thought yesterday was different today. So I stand corrected on that regard. Okay, and I'm not afraid to admit that either. So the information we got is what we got. Now the information is different. It is what it is. So, and but I am not subscribing to the Yankees are against their fans. I'm not going to subscribe to the. I'm going to go by the Yankees' actions. Okay, not everybody else's talking points. Okay, we've heard 20 different opinions and views, none of which are from the Yankees. Not one. Okay, Aaron Boone did say, yeah, he's in the discussion, and when he comes up, they want him to play regularly. Nothing we don't already know. Okay, there's no need to put words in his mouth. I said there's no need to put words in mine. I'm not going to put words in yours. That does absolutely nothing to further the discussion, to further our knowledge of the situation. So he's not up right now. Okay, and it looks like Alex Verdugo is playing a little bit better. And I don't care what John Heyman says, they prefer veterans over. Not always. They don't always do that. Prefer veterans over young players. So, this Gary Sanchez was brought up. He was a young kid, a prospect. They didn't keep him down. And unfortunately, in this situation right now, Dominguez is blocked. And like Aaron Boone said, if he's going to come up, they want him to play every day. And that's going to have to be. And he's going to need to play as often as possible if they want to make sure he's eligible for the postseason. To be not eligible because he's been on the Yankees roster for longer than he needs to. He was on the Yankees 40-man before September 1st. He's automatically eligible anyway. But they want to make sure that he's physically able to perform and produce. Okay? Because if they're going to go with the best man at the position philosophy that I've talked about last week too, then they're going to have to give him an opportunity to play to prove he can be the best man. Okay? But on the flip side, if he turns out to play every day and turns out to not hit well, what are we going to do in this? Are we going to spend our time blaming Boone and blaming Cashman? What's that going to do? Okay? Are people going to come out and say, man, I was wrong. He's not ready. Or wrong. He's wrong. He's not. Are people going to? I doubt they will. Okay? But that's besides the point. Okay? So there's a little bit more clarity on the Dominguez situation right now. Okay? And the fact is, Verdugo's up here. Trent Grisham's up here. And even Duke Ellis is up here, and Dominguez is not. I do expect him up here in a few days, sure. But there's no need to beat this dead horse again and again and again. This isn't an ego contest where I have to be right and you have to be wrong or vice versa. I just want to get you the information. If the information changes, I want to get you the new information. Okay, and if the information I share turns out to not be right anymore, And I'm happy to acknowledge that like I did. Okay? And information changes. You know? Like, I don't have a person in the clubhouse with the Yankees, and there isn't a channel out there that does either. Okay? Nobody has an insider on the team. Okay, so let's stop pawning ourselves off as if we do. Okay? That's the situation. We want Dominguez? Yeah, sure. I want Spencer Jones up here too, but he's not ready either. So, that's hopefully Spencer Jones gets an opportunity next year. And I do expect Jasson Dominguez to come up because he is an exciting player. But just think about that scenario. If he comes up and he doesn't perform, just like Jackson Holliday right now, the #1 prospect in all of baseball. He's up here. He's not really performing. He had a hot week, and then he fell off the face of the earth. He's batting like 170. I'm hearing crickets from Yankee fans. Crickets. All right? Absolute crickets. And I'm hearing a lot of crickets from Baltimore fans, too. It is a possibility. It is happening. There is a transition that needs to take place. Yeah, he had a fantastic 10 days last year. There's no denying that. Absolutely none. He was awesome. 4 home runs on 8 games. It was great and all that stuff. But Kevin Moss did the same thing. So did Shane Spencer. And that situation has to be considered. And the Yankees have to be ready. And keep in mind, if they sit Grisham or they sit Verdugo and just play nothing but Dominguez, then those other guys aren't getting reps either. So if Dominguez stinks and they have to replace him with Verdugo or Grisham, those guys are very likely going to stink too. So that has to be factored into the discussion as well. At least I would factor it in. I can't expect everybody else to factor it in. So it's up to you to decide whether you want to do that. I'm factoring that in. I want the best for this team. If Dominguez happens to be the best, then he'll earn the spot. He'll win it. Right? If somebody else does, he'll win it. I just want the Yankees to win, as do you, as do all the other fans. I want the Yankees to make a deep playoff run and hopefully win the World Series. And to the Yankees' credit, they're in first place right now without Jasson Dominguez. Okay? And I can't put the one game against Tarek Skubal, best left-handed pitcher in baseball, that nobody hit him that night. So there's no reason to put that on Jasson Dominguez at all. 0. I was happy to see him up as the 27th man. Looking forward to seeing him again. Okay, but that's the latest right now, the clarity, a little bit more clarity on Jasson Dominguez. Again, to me, this is not a scandal. He'll be up here when he's up here. I'm going to be patiently waiting. Okay, and in the meantime, I hope the Yankees continue to win games and stay in first place while the rest of the guys continue to get healthier and hopefully become more productive. That's just me. I can't speak for everybody else. Let me know what your thoughts are. Talk to you later.